You will never guess what this man did to the Buddha statue. But before we start, I would like to tell you that the Buddha was not a normal man. He was an enlightened teacher who has attained nirvana. He is the epitome of patience and peace. Now let's find out about the man who tried to hurt him. Once there was a poor cobbler. He was so poor that he didn't even have enough money to buy leather for his cobbling work. One day he saw some old, discarded pieces of leather in a nearby woodwork shop, and he took them without anyone seeing. When the owner of the workshop found out that the pieces of leather were missing, he asked all the workers if they had taken it, but nobody had. So he announced that whoever had taken the leather should return it, or else he would be punished. The cobbler was worried because he had taken the leather, and he was afraid that he would be punished if he didn't return it. As he was walking on the road, he saw a big temple in the distance, and an idea came into his mind. He decided to go inside the temple and hide the pieces of leather there. The cobbler went to the temple and hid the pieces of leather in the courtyard. Just then he heard the sound of chanting and saw a monk coming towards him. The monk asked the cobbler why he was in the temple, and he lied to him, saying that he had lost something and was looking for it. The monk told him to leave it and said that it wasn't right to steal. The cobbler felt ashamed, and he told the monk the whole truth about how he had taken the leather from the workshop without paying. The monk listened patiently, and when the cobbler finished his story, he asked him to come with him. They both went to the courtyard where the cobbler had hidden the pieces of leather. The monk picked up the pieces of leather and returned them to the cobbler. Then he asked the cobbler to return them to the workshop owner. The cobbler was confused and asked why he had to return them. The monk told him that taking something that doesn't belong to him is wrong, and hiding it in a temple doesn't make it right. He also told him that true repentance means returning what he had taken and apologizing for it. The cobbler realized that the monk was right, and he thanked him for helping him understand the importance of honesty and taking responsibility for his actions. Then he went back to the workshop owner and returned the leather. He also apologized for taking it without paying, and the owner forgave him. From that day on, the cobbler worked hard to improve his life, and he never took anything that didn't belong to him. And that's the end of the story. Now, my young friends, do you know who that monk was? It was none other than the Buddha himself. He was on a pilgrimage to visit a nearby town when he heard the cobbler's sad story. Despite being an enlightened being, he chose to guide the cobbler and help him become a better person. This shows us that no matter how great we are, we should always be humble and kind to those who seek our help. We should also remember that everyone makes mistakes, and it is our duty to help them correct their actions and become better individuals. So my young friends, whenever you see a sad or distressed person, try to help them and make them happy. Always be honest and take responsibility for your actions. With that, I end today's story. May the blessings of the Buddha be with you all. Now, my dear children, I have a question for you. What did the Buddha teach the cobbler? Yes, he taught him to be honest and take responsibility for his actions. That's right, my child. The Buddha always teaches us to be truthful and never hide the truth. And now it says time to close our eyes and think about all the wonderful things the Buddha has taught us. Let us meditate on his teachings and try to follow them in our daily lives. Take a deep breath, my children, and let us dive into the ocean of Buddhist wisdom.